Coffee with Chris. I'm joined today by the multi-award winner, multi-talented, amazing, and just coming out of Tombstone, Arizona on a couple of award wins, writer, actor, producer, Billy Blair. Welcome, Billy, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me on board. Thank you.
You know, it's absolutely amazing to be here. So tell me, why were you in Arizona? What was this movie that you were down there, and what were these wins that you got for the movie?
Well, it's a Bass Reeves movie. It's Corsicana. Of course, Bass Reeves was back in the Western days. I was lucky enough to get on board with that movie with Isaiah Washington directing that. He made his directorial debut on that film. So we've been having some few success, like on the film festival circuit. We won at the Tombstone. We won Best Feature and Best Cinematography.
Wow!
And then that was great. And we were nominated for 5. So the other 3 were Best Actor, Best Horses, and Best Guns.
You can't win them all, right? So
you can't win them all. Yeah, so we're happy to take 2. But yeah, we had other wins in other festivals. One of them, I can't remember where it was. I think it was a Cannes festival. We won Best Western. That's what it was.
That's really cool.
And I think that's all the ones that we won. I mean, might have had some nominations here and there, but Corsicana is out now on all platform streaming services. So if you haven't seen it yet, I mean, go ahead, check it out, please.
Absolutely. Now, I want to ask you, your band, Love Sick Drug. It's this wonderful rock to it, and are you still are you the guitarist and lead vocals, right?
Yeah. Well, so we have a female lead singer. She's awesome. Another like co-worker of mine, as far as in film, she's an actress, model. It's a 5-piece. I play guitar, and you know, we sometimes we alternate on the vocals, you know, just to keep it interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, writing the music, co-writing it with my buddy Lou Morris on guitar as well. Yeah, and you can listen to that on all the platforms as well.
Now, actually, being a musician is kind of tradition in your family, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
almost everybody in your family has played with big bands or have played in some fashion.
yeah, man. My great grandfather had his band. I had uncles, cousins that were in the symphony orchestra in certain parts of town in Texas. Yeah, it's in there. And then my youngest daughter is picking up the torch on that. You know, she's playing in the school band. She plays saxophone.
That's really cool.
She also plays guitar. You know, following my footsteps on that. It's a quite entertaining family, and of course, it goes way back. I mean, I'm related to Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh wow!
So,
okay.
Yeah. So, and that's from my mom's side, family, which would be her dad, my grandfather's side.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it's, you know, maybe that's where I get my weirdness from. I
don't know. So when we look at your acting career, I mean, it's like 69 credits. You've done indie films, music, videos, a little bit of television. Now you're in films. What made you jump in front of that camera? What was that acting bug moment for you?
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I was a movie fan. I always go to the theater with a buddy of mine, and we were Star Wars fans, 007. I mean, you know, all the action. I mean, that's when all the action stuff was coming up, like in the 80s. So I was very, very into that. Of course, music was first. I got into Kiss and Motley Crue, Van Halen, all that stuff. So I wanted to be in a band. Like, I think it was after I saw Motley Crue Looks Like Kill video. Remember that one? And I was like, oh, You see, before that, I was going to be a tennis player. I was going
A
to do
tennis
tennis.
player.
Yeah, I was going to get into tennis. I was like, I was into tennis in school. And then when I saw that Motley Crue video, it just ruined me. I was like, man, I want to be a rock star. So I started a band in junior high school, throughout high school, and of course that changed when you graduate. And I've been in several other bands, but like it was like the '90s where I was just like, the music stuff wasn't quite working at the time. And man, I just want to give it a shot in movies, just see what it's about. So luckily, I ran into a buddy of mine that was a DJ at a rock club, and he uh, it was at a movie premiere, as a matter of fact, the local one. And he was there, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Man, I just want to give it a shot. I like movies." So he kind of took me under his wing. Um, but I also took theater in college,
Okay.
and that's where I really, mastered the character development and all that stuff. but but then he took me under his wing, and then he was teaching classes, and then I learned more about it, just like camera acting, and that's where that's escalated. And then got an agent, and then did my first commercial, and then it just like a snowball effect of just movies. I was lucky,
That's
so to
awesome.
speak, I guess.
So do you
I
remember
don't know.
your first gig? Like what was the first acting gig, if you can recall?
Yeah, that was a movie, and my scene got deleted, by the way, but I forget what it was called. But I played like a shaman, and that
Okay.
was that was really, really, really cool. Um, that was my very first one. Yeah, I like it.
Now, when you look back on your acting career, is there something that you want to do that you have yet to do? Maybe a hero you want to play, or a villain, or a biopic of
Oh yeah.
somebody. What's that? If you could say, "Hey, tomorrow this is the dream of my acting bit," what would that role look like?
Well, it would be either I play Batman or the Joker. I mean, I always wanted to do it like a superhero. I think that's every actor's job or dream. Although I was in a Jonah Hex movie. That's a DC movie. I
That
had a
was a good
stunt
one.
double on that. But yeah, it would be a superhero movie or something, or something like. I mean, I've kind of done something like that where you're kind of like the what is it? Is it the protagonist
Yeah.
of the film? So, but it was so low budget. Um, I would like to do, just a DC Marvel movie. To believe it or not, even though like actors like like Leonardo DiCaprio, you would give advice to other actors, like saying that's a no. Don't do any comic book movies. But nah, nonsense, man. I think it won't hurt. I mean, I think it'll help, you know. But
Well,
that's
if
it.
DC
That's
or Marvel is listening, then maybe they'll be giving you a call.
Yeah. Well, I know James Gunn is he's taking the wheel on the DC universe. Be great to work with that guy.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it would.
So with your band, Love Sick Drug, right? Love Sick
Yeah.
Drug,
Yeah. LSD for short.
LSD for short. What's happening there? You have your new single coming out. We get it on all the other platforms.
Yeah.
What else is happening with LSD? Are you currently on tour? Are you going to be touring? Are you recording anything unique?
Well, we just finished the record. It's about to be released, called Love Bite. Um, we're about to tour. Right now, we're just in the process of just putting the CD together, and then start our rehearsals again, and then just jump back out there and play. We just had a single just released, and it's going to be in a movie. The one I was telling
Wow.
you about. It's like a the B horror movie that we shot here in Dallas, Texas. called Dr. Gift. But the song's called "Gonna Be Mine," and you can listen to that everywhere. You know,
That's from LSD.
yeah, LSD. And yeah, just stay tuned. I mean, things will be cooking like at the end of the year.
Now, do you find that with the song that you have in a movie that's coming out, do you do that often? Does the band do that a lot, or is it kind of every now and again?
But I mean, fortunately, yeah. I mean, I was able to do that with John. Um, like the movies I'll get cast, they might need some music, and I said, man, I can do it. Um, uh, I've done it a few times with Junk, uh, and now LSD. Um, so and it's cool because sometimes I, I won't even have the music for it, and then they would ask for, hey, just for instance, like this new movie I got coming out called Tonic, which I can't wait for all of you guys to see this. Um, they needed something similar. They wanted to use like the band. Uh, I think they were like early '80s, late '70s punk rock, The Stranglers. So they wanted something like that. So my buddy, my co-writer Lou Morris, that's in my band, we wrote these songs kind of like that, and it made it to the movie. So it's exciting, man. It's cool. You know, you I'm able to either be in the movie and put my music as well. So it's a blessing.
Now, with this project Tonic, are you able to talk about it? Is it in post? Is it going to be released soon? Is that
Well, yeah, post production.
fabulous? So,
Yeah.
what's Tonic about?
Okay. So it's my first really, well, not my first, but like bigger budget lead role. I play a jazz pianist, and of course, I got my demons. I'm an alcoholic, uh, pop pills, all that stuff. You hear that same story, but it's unique though. I mean, as far as like the way the movie goes, but all I want to do is play. And if I got bad luck with getting postponed and canceled,
Right.
and then I owe debt to a crooked cop, and then he gives me a proposition, which I'm not even made, set up to do, and we go from there.
Fair enough.
It's pretty
Is
cool,
it
man. It'll be out. It'll be out soon.
good? I'm looking forward to it. When you look at your music career and you look at your acting career, how do you balance the two? Is there, I guess here's my golden question. If you said I could do one or the other full time, would it, and if anyone's listening, don't take this to heart, Hiram, for everything, but would it be the rock star or would it be the actor's life?
Well, that's a good question, and I've been asked that, and I got an answer. It's right now, and I've done this before. Movies is priority. Because it pays the bills. I'm more passionate on that side. I love acting. Although I love playing with my band, but I've done this before where it's like uh, I had a show to play, and this is with Junk, and then I was booked for a movie, so I didn't want to cancel the band, so I had a fill in for me, or I think yeah, no, so we were a five piece, and they just went ahead as a four piece on the band, so that was cool. So the other guitar player did both my parts, and it was okay. The band was able to play, and I was able to do my movie. So that's something I would do. And there was another time at LSD where I was supposed to go out of the country to shoot a movie, and then we had a big show, and I got somebody, one of our circle friends to fill in, and then luckily, almost like the last minute, and I felt bad for the guy that was filling in for me, but the movie didn't go through, so I was able to do the show. So I would do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when we what if you could give a piece of motivational or advice to somebody who's getting in the industry, and as you know, you never get any closure on why you didn't get a role that you auditioned for or a gig that you submitted to. What's a piece of advice or motivation that Billy Blair would give to that person trying and just racking their brain on how do I get into this?
I mean, it's, it's the same old answer anybody says. It's never give up. But you gotta, it's like, how hungry are you to do this? Because it's a tough industry. Even with music, I mean, it's tough. But never give up, and you learn along the way. Listen to like a bunch of like interviews of other actors. Like my go-to is where I get the confidence and ideas of, the tools of acting. Do the what do you call it? The old shows, Actor Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen to those actors, man. They lay it all for you right there. They tell you. And I think there's another. I think it's like there's another episode, and you can watch all this on YouTube. I think it's SAG with, I don't know. It's where they interview actors. It's something like Actor Studio, but anything like that, listen to what they say. And that's where I got all my mentors were, telling me, or where I got all the wisdom from. So yeah, just never give up. Find the tools to get there. And how hungry are you? And if you're that hungry, I mean, you gotta eat. So just go find it.
So another hard-hitting question for you is what's something that you think the world or society needs to stop doing or start doing as of tomorrow? If there was that one thing that it's like, we need more love, more tolerance, more whatever, what would you say that we need to start doing or stop doing tomorrow just to kind of be better as the world?
Stop the hate, for sure. Open your eyes around us, see what's poisoning us, because it's, I don't know, right now, world's in a bad place. Just really think about it, just do we want to let this all go to, up in hell and in the basket? I forget how the terminology is. Or do we want to reverse it and then show a lot of love? So stop the hate, and then agree to disagree, because everyone's different, and try to love each other, for sure.
Well said. I have time for one last question for you, and it's the hard-hitting question, of course. What makes Billy Blair smile?
Ooh, a lot of things. I don't know if I could say it. I'm just kidding. I don't know. When I get a role, or when I get booked a show, or more importantly, when I see my kids succeeding in something, I think that's more where I smile, because we want to, I don't know if you have kids or not, but we like to see them succeed, and we like to see them smile. So that makes me smile.
I do have kids. Either that or the artwork behind me is my own crude crude arts and crafts.
Oh man, that looks beautiful. I love it.
There's a never shown the whole thing before, but yeah, there's all the stuff that we get and we hang it up just to keep it there, of course. But
I got the same thing on my refrigerator. I would put them up
love
there.
it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Billy, I appreciate your time. That's all the time I have for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-award winning, the multi-talented, the actor, the writer, the producer, Love, Sex, Drug. Check out his albums. Check out his songs. Amazing. What's your handle? What's your Instagram? Where's your TikTok? Where can people find you?
Yeah, Billy Blair 2 on Twitter and Facebook. Billy Blair Official, Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. I think it's Billy Blair Official. Snapchat. I'm everywhere. LinkedIn. Yeah,
Fabulous.
just go to those. Yeah.
Thank you again for your time, everybody. Billy Blair, Remember to have a fantastic day and smile to inspire. Thank you.
Thank you again, man. Thank you for having me.
Never said where we was going.
Corsicana.
Why in the hell would Donner and his boys be going to Corsicana?
Don and his gang were hired to terrorize and kill anybody that get in their way.
I walk this trail with the sun and it's rising in my eyes. I walk this trail and I see the sun, it's on the rise. Am I good enough? Heart and tough in my bones. I see my path and I walk it now on my own. Keep on riding on that path that sets me free. Was I good enough? Hard and tough to get me home. I found my way and I walked my trail on my own. I walk this trail with the sun and it's rising in my eyes. I walk this trail and I see the sun, it's on the rise. Am I good enough? Heart and soul in my bones. I see my path and I'm walking now on my own. We're on the trail. We're on the trail. We're on the trail. I saw my path and I walked it now on my own.
Who are you, boy? Bass Reeves.